Hi everyone, how are you doing? I hope that you all are doing okay and I hope you're fine. Today, our chapter will be sentence fragments and run ons. First, you have to log in using the aplusstudent.com. You would click on your name, move on to language art, the grade 7. The lesson would be: is it a complete sentence or fragment? Is it a complete sentence or a run on? Okay, so we will begin now. Alright, so a sentence is a group of words that forms a complete thought. It has both a subject and a verb. So, complete thought for the complete sentence, having a subject and a verb. Alright, that's what a sentence has. Now we have my friends walk along the path. Now, my friends here would be the subject, and walk is the verb. All right, so next up we have sentence fragment. A sentence fragment is a group of words that does not express a complete thought. It is usually missing a subject, verb, or helping verb. So now the sentence fragment doesn't form a complete thought, and it's usually missing either a subject, a verb, or a helping verb. Now we have knows the answer. This is a sentence fragment. It is missing a subject because we say knows the answer. Now, who knows this answer? We have no idea who knows the answer, meaning that this sentence is missing a subject. Because if you want to fix it, you can say he knows the answer, she knows the answer, like that. Now, the next up, we have the bright red car. This is missing a verb because we do not know what happened to the bright red car. It just says the bright red car. So if it's a complete sentence, we can say the bright red car stopped or the bright red car is moving, something like that. But for this one, it is missing a verb and it is incomplete. This is what makes it a sentence fragment. The maths class is about starting soon. Yeah, this is actually English for grade 7. So the maths class will begin soon. All right, so we skiing next week. Now, this is a sentence fragment. It is missing a helping verb. So it could be we are skiing next week. But if you just say we skiing next week, that means it is incomplete and it is missing something. What is it missing? A helping verb. All right, let's look at some examples for this. All right, so we have which is a complete sentence. Now, news reports alerted everyone in the area to the approaching tornado is a complete sentence. The subject is news reports and the verb is alerted. Now, which is a sentence fragment here? We have the Modern Art Museum's award for most promising young artist is a sentence fragment because it is missing a verb. All right, so we do not know what happened to the Modern Art Museum Award. All right, so we will move on to the test and you can share your answers with me. Don't worry, the class is starting soon, okay? Just hold on a bit. All right, so which is a sentence fragment? The Junior Soccer League commences its new season in January. Layers and layers of cheese, lettuce, tomatoes, and onions. What is the sentence fragment here? All right, so layers and layers of cheese, lettuce, tomatoes is the sentence fragment because we do not have more information about that. So, which is a complete sentence? Electric eel stunned prey with an intense electrical charge, never spoke of Judy's secret to anyone except for her. So, which is a complete sentence here? All right, so the first one is the complete sentence. So, sentence fragments wouldn't be able to produce red blood cells without a skeleton. News reports alerted everyone in the area to the approaching tornado. So, what do you think is the sentence fragment here? Alright, so wouldn't be able to produce red blood cells is the sentence fragment here. Alright, so which is a sentence fragment? African is home to some of the world's oldest civilization. Trisha fulfilling her dreams of hiking to the top of Mount St. Helens. So what's the sentence fragment here? Okay, so Trisha fulfilling, this is a sentence fragment which is missing the helping verb. So, complete sentence, the reporter writing an article with questionable sources, Shirin always enchants audience with the raw emotions in her performance. So, what is the complete sentence here? Alright, so complete sentence. Sharing always enchants audience with the raw emotions in her performance. So which is the complete sentence? After the trial, new evidence emerged about the case. Red being such a big help around the house. What's the complete sentence here? Alright, so after the trial, new evidence emerged about the case. So complete sentence. Okay, so sentence fragments. Alright, so dairy products such as milk and cheese. The interior designer styled our living room with fashionable new decor. So, which is the sentence fragment? So, dairy products such as milk and cheese is the sentence fragment. Barged through the door in a hurry. Kyle and Shireen both handled themselves well under pressure. What's the complete sentence? Alright, so Kyle and Sherry both handled themselves under pressure. Alright, so that's it with this first lesson. Is it a complete sentence or fragment? We'll move on to the next one. Is it a complete sentence or run on? If you haven't done the first one, you have to try to complete it, okay? All right. Do you have any questions before we continue? All right, so we will move on now. We already know that a sentence is a group of words that forms a complete thought, having a subject and a verb. My friends walk along the paths. That's a complete sentence. So for the run-on sentence, it is made up of two independent clauses that are joined together without end punctuation or with just a comma. I knocked on the door, it opened. So now, this is two sentences joined together. It started raining, we ran inside with a comma. So this is what we call run-on sentence when we have two independent clauses joined together in a sentence. Now, if you want to fix a run-on sentence, you have to separate it into two sentences. You add end punctuation after the first sentence and capitalize the second. Just like this. I knocked on the door, it opened, you put a period, you start the next one with a capital letter. It started raining, we ran inside. So if you want to fix it, you can fix it like this by just putting a period in between and then capitalizing the next sentence. You can also fix it by rewriting it as a compound sentence. Now, a compound sentence is made up of two independent clauses joined by a comma and a conjunction. All right, so you can fix it that way. All right, you can either add and, but, or so. All right, so you can use that to fix the sentence with a comma. So just like this, I knocked on the door with a comma, then and a conjunction, it opened. All right, so a coordinating conjunction. So you can choose to fix it in this both ways by either putting a period and starting the next with a capital letter, or by using a comma and a coordinating conjunction. A complete sentence. Let's look at this. So we have in 1954, a meteorite hit Anne Hodges inside her own living room is a complete sentence. So it has a subject and a verb. Now, which is a run on sentence? Let's spruce up this room. New drapes would be an improvement. You can see that it is two sentences together. So these two sentences are supposed to be separated. Okay, so we'll move on to the test. All right. So, which is a run on sentence? The restaurants in the vicinity are expensive. Hugo can't afford them. The poems of Walt Whitman always inspire me. So, which is the run on here? Alright, so the first is the run on. The restaurants in the vicinity are expensive. Hugo can't afford them. So, which is a complete sentence? Mrs. Cresby rummaged through the medicine cabinet for the thermometer. The Australian man designs yachts. He races them in international events. So, what's the complete sentence here? Alright, so the first one is the complete sentence. Alright, so which is a run on? Grab another log, the fire is dying down. In Japan, the Hanshin Expressway actually runs through a building. What's the run on sentence here? Alright, so grab another log, the fire is dying down is the run on. So, which is the complete sentence? Our dog Bailey watches the mail carrier willingly. She sometimes growls at them. Chicago, Illinois, and Rome, Italy have the same latitude. So, what is the complete sentence here? Oh, so the first is not a complete sentence. It is a run on. So the second is the complete sentence. So you have to take note of that. So Hill pleated the roof during the snow last night. Clean your camera lens, there's a fingerprint on it. What's the run on sentence? All right, so run on sentence. Clean your camera, there's a fingerprint on it. So, complete sentence. In 1954, a meteorite hit Anna Hodges inside her own living room. Birds will recite this poem. It was written by Emily Dickinson. So, complete sentence. What's the complete sentence here? So, the first one will be the complete sentence. So, with a run-on, the coach criticized the referee for his bad call. The explorer ventured into the jungle. They battled dense vegetation. So, which is the run-on sentence here? Okay, so we have the second. So, what's the run on? Lichens flourish in some of the most extreme environments on Earth. Emily is an adept skier. She has trained for many years. So, what is the run on sentence here? All right, so the second one. All right, so that's it for our lesson on the sentence fragments or run-on. If you haven't done this, you have to make sure you complete the first two lessons that we've done today. Before we finish, can you say or tell me if you have any questions so I can explain to you? All right, so since we have no question, we will end here for today. I hope that you all have a good evening and see you next time. Bye, everyone.